Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. We're competitive as hell.
Yeah,
We're competitive as hell. I mean, I don't have to wonder what he's thinking over there. He's wanting to kick my ass, so I'm wanting to get his. Okay, that's you know, I mean, there's no mincing of words on that. We don't have to talk about that. That's the truth. That's the way it is. But off the field, though, you know, he's had kids come through his program. He's coached them. I have too. We can relate to each other on that.
It's good to play a great team and find out where you're at and where, you know, because if you play a team that's not really good, you don't really find out much about your team. Win or lose, this will definitely tell, hopefully, both of us, and hopefully, you know, that how good we are or what we need to work on. And no matter what, I know for us, we got some things to work on.
I think the community feeling about SHG is we're very familiar with them. I think off the field, our community and the SHG community, they work together and they live together, you know, in a lot of situations. They know each other. You know, it's easier to get beat by somebody that is going to go 50 miles down the road. You don't see them for another year. But when you have to go to work the next Monday and see them, that creates that rivalry.
It's a very similar group of people. Our clientele and his clientele are very similar, and so there's some, and they're very competitive, and I think Dan and his coaching staff is just a little competitive, and I think our coaching staff and myself is just a little competitive.
I mean, every time, you know, in the last week, and I think Ken can probably attest to this, if I answer one more time, are you ready for him? Are you going to get Griffin this year? You got to get Griffin. You know, you're going to get that. I've heard it 100 times in the last 3 days. You know, you got to lock your door to your office if you don't want to hear it anymore because you get tired of answering the question.
You know, we can be fierce rivals and really competitive and maybe even go across the line sometimes and say something. But I tell you what, we're still a fraternity that's tight.
Our kids and the SHG kids get along great. Our parents and the SHG parents get along great, but that doesn't change the fact that this is a rivalry. In the 19 years I've been here, I've never seen anything happen on the field, in the stands, in a Glenwood SHG game that I would consider, like, you know, there's never been a pushing contest, never been a fight, nothing. But everybody assumes that but you get the kids together, and they compete like dogs. But when they come off the field, they're friends with one another.
You know, hey, off the field, away from football, Dan's a good guy, you know, and I think friendship and the things that we've had together, it's, hey, you know what, it's football. And now there's a fierce rival. We're both very, very competitive, honestly. And
he's got kids who are matriculating up through the marriage scene and having kids, and he's a grandpa and I'm a grandpa, and you know, I'll have grandkids at this football game this week. He'll have grandkids at this football game. My mom and dad are going to be at this game. I'll have brothers and sisters and so on, and he's going to have family there, I'm sure. And you know, you start, you know, the older you get, you know, you start looking at things a little bit differently. You know, football's a great game. I love it. I love it. Greatest game God ever invented, I think. But it's not the only thing he invented. You know, there's a lot of things going on out there, and I know Ken realizes that, and I do too. Friday night you might not see that, but that's the truth.